When you look back over the 56 years that the Chargers spent in San Diego, there are plenty of what-if moments that come to mind. Let's start with one from just this year, Joey Bosa. What if the Chargers had signed Joey Bosa without the long holdout? Maybe the Bolts don't blow 3 fourth-quarter leads without him, and maybe this season looks a lot different. Let's go to number 2, 1963 in the Wayback Machine. What if the Super Bowl existed in 1963? The Chargers won the AFL title that year, but didn't get a shot against the NFL champ. 54 years later, they still haven't won a true world championship. Number 3, what if the refs had called a penalty on the Holy Roller? The refs kept their flags in their pockets as the Raiders turned some sketchy fumbles into a game-winning touchdown.
There's nothing real in the world anymore.
What if the Colts had picked Ryan Leaf instead of Peyton Manning? If the Colts had left Manning on the board for the Bolts, it's a pretty decent bet San Diego has at least one Lombardi trophy. At number 5, speaking of quarterbacks, what if the Chargers had re-signed Drew Brees? I don't think too many fans are complaining about Phillip Rivers, but for the record, Brees does have a Super Bowl win and, oh, by the way, is 3-0 against the Chargers since they let him leave. At number 6, what if the Chargers had kept those powder blue uniforms? Even if the results on the scoreboard would have been just as ugly, at least the action on the field would have been a little easier on the eyes. At number 7, what if Nate Kaeding had been able to make a field goal in the playoffs? Against the Jets in 2004, wide right with a chance to win it from 40 yards in OT, and against the Jets again in 2009, he went 0 for 3 in a 3-point loss.
And he is wide right.
More playoff heartbreak. What if Marlon McCree had just taken a knee? That would be in 06 against the Patriots when he intercepted Tom Brady to seal the game, except he kept running and fumbled the ball back to the Pats, and you know the rest. Number 9, just 1 year later, what if Rivers, Gates, and LT were healthy for the 2007 AFC Championship Game? LT sidelined with a bad knee, Gates hobbled by a dislocated toe, and Rivers playing on a torn ACL, as the trio saw maybe their best chance at a Super Bowl slip away. And finally, at number 10, way back in 1960, what if the Chargers had just stayed in LA in the first place? As Lord Tennyson said, "'Tis better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all." While Charger fans may get there at some point, I imagine most are feeling more loss than love today.